already in a critical condition. Sri Lanka is now heading towards a medical emergency. Doctors are running out of life-saving drugs. The future of this island nation becoming ever more fragile. At the largest children's hospital in the country, we meet Dr. Senapathy, who manages resources.
These are difficult times. These surgeries, we need very specific things.
Sri Lanka imports most of its medical supplies. A lack of foreign currency to buy them, to blame for the shortages. Stretched to the limit, operations continue at this hospital. Others have already stopped some procedures.
We don't know what would happen if the dollars don't bring these things to the country. We might end up in a very difficult situation. This is a very stressful period.
Health officials at this hospital agreed to speak to us, but I've spoken to many doctors across Sri Lanka who say that the government says they're not allowed to speak out in an individual capacity. But they tell me that they are worried that their hospitals are running low or running out of essential medicines, and that if something isn't done soon, Sri Lanka will face a medical catastrophe. With few doctors willing to speak publicly about the shortages, some have taken part in silent protests, while hundreds of medical students stormed the health ministry, joining anti-government protests against food and fuel shortages. This is a crisis of scarcity with no clear end in sight. Medical unions are appealing to the world to help.
We need supply to come in whatever the form, whether it is from any other country, the government procurement, or if it is an individual donation. So if this situation continues, there will be a day in the near future, maybe a couple of weeks or 1 month. I'm afraid to say there may be a situation where we won't be able to save the patient life or limb.
Sri Lanka's health ministry told the BBC it's working to overcome the shortages and is getting help from nearby India and other donors. But this is a public health system in distress. No one knows how or when Sri Lanka will recover. Rajini Vaidyanathan, BBC News, Colombo.